Schultz.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of council, city staff. Kim Schultz here on behalf of the Trinidad and Los Animas County Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to take this opportunity to say the same thing that I think has been one of the common denominators tonight, and it's let's take this approach, let's get some mediation, let's have some discussions. I think the bridges that have been broken are far surpass anything between city staff and the council at this time. You have a fractured community on your hands as well. And how this turns out is how we move through the future. And I'm not here, I'm preaching to the choir, folks. I know how hard you work for this community and everybody in this room. But when we look at businesses and we look at the outer community, today I talked to a gentleman that's going to take over the Cougar Canyon operation in April. What do you think he asked me? What's going on in Trinidad? What can I expect? And I'm on the front line to deliver that answer over and over and over again. And I want to be in a position to give positive feedback always. You all know me, I'm a very positive person and really try to bring positive things to this community through the board of directors and the business community, because you've got a fantastic one. And I really hate to see the divisiveness that's occurring now in this community, because as far as our economy just can't stand it. And so we really need to take a step back. The board of directors would like you to look at the mediation process and whatever that looks like, whatever your decision ultimately is. Some sort of mediation needs to occur, whether it's with your staff, amongst yourselves, and with this community. So thank you for this opportunity. Appreciate what you do. It's hard to put your best foot forward and to get things accomplished, and everybody's trying to work in that direction, and all the budgets are tight. And so I wish you the best, and I wish this business community the best. I've been working with them for 10 years now, and I'm very proud to say that they're just 100%. And so let's look at that, and when we move into the future, let's really try to make some good, solid decisions on behalf of this community. Thank you very much.
I think that concludes our portion relative to communications. The next item on the agenda is miscellaneous business, consideration of the Trinidad Community Foundation mediation offer. Have a motion? Second, that we accept the mediation offered by the Trinidad Foundation. Discussion any? Roll call.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. I'm to the point where I don't think mediation is going to do any good. I think we're at a point now where we need to make a decision one way or the other. The next item on the agenda is removal of the city manager or placed on administrative leave.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we place our city manager on administrative leave with pay until we make a decision.
Motion made.
Anyone have a reason?
We have to present the city manager with the reasons. He has the right to ask for a hearing. So we can't make a decision yet, okay, until he has been presented with those.
Do we have a second to the motion?
I'll second that.
Discussion?
Mr. Mayor and Mr. Gildarubio, I would call a point of order in connection with the posting of this meeting. There was no posting or contemplation of placing Mr. Gildarubio on administrative leave with pay, and I'm very concerned about that because shortly we're going to be going into a mediation to try and resolve the Arkansas River Power Authority lawsuit. And I am very concerned that if Mr. Gildarubio is not there, we are going to be at a clear disadvantage. Right now, I'm concerned that we may be violating the Open Meetings Act.
Audra, do you have the reasons to be presented to Mr. Del Rubio? Would you take them to him, please?
And when will council members learn of these reasons?
Those are the ones that were turned in by all council members
When do
except two.
council members receive a copy of those?
Yes,
When?
you can have them right there. She made copies for everybody.
Thank you.
Mr. Del Rubio, are you requesting a hearing? Yeah, go ahead. Mr. Del Rubio, are you speaking for Mr. Del Rubio?
Say his name right.
Honorable Mayor, Councilman, I represent Gil DeRubio. My name is Dennis Malone. My name is Dennis Malone. I represent Mr. Del Rubio. We have a couple of things that we'd like to make records on this evening as a precedent to a lawsuit that the city can expect. I want to start, number one, with passing out to you a letter that says that Mr. Del Rubio is represented by counsel, and I'm that counsel. Number two is a letter that you've seen before, that having to do with the conflict of interest on the part of City Attorney Jared Beatty. I do recognize and I appreciate that we have received this evening earlier a contrary point of view from another law firm, that these sorts of issues are determined by Supreme Court Grievance Counsel and not by me and not by any other law firm. So we'll proceed with that. In addition to which, I'm going to give you a request for written reasons, and I'm going to give you a request for public hearing, but I have to question one thing. Could we get those in their hands, please? Denise, my paralegal will give those to you, so at least you can be looking at them before I comment. She's doing that so as not to make this night any longer. It's gone quite long. I have to question one thing. As much as you can read our charter and you can read our ordinances and you can read the law and you can read the statutes, I do find it a little odd that without a vote of council tonight to approve the reasons, we're just having some reasons stuck in front of us as if. And my question for council is, who approved these? I think the answer is no one in particular. We just put out a net hoping to catch any possible number of complaints, and then somebody, some yet undefined person or persons on this council, no.